Hello. Okay. Well, I was going to cough then. Do apologise. Anyway, hello. I've got a lot to show off in No Man's Sky today. Quite a bit, actually. I've been busy over the weekend. I have been very busy. Now, I've not done much with regards to the base, but this is going to be one of those sort of things that it's going to be easier to show than to try and describe. So I'm going to go straight into the main play of the game. Now, I haven't done that much on the base. I mean, I've still got the usual bits and pieces. I've got the big track. I've got a little track over there as well. I want to have the mech as well. I want to park the mech here. I can't remember if you saw this or not, but I now have a landing pad for the White Star. And it connects. Honestly, building the bases in this is really easy. You just got to get the resources. It's the... Well, I'll get back to that in a second. I do have a plan for the how I'm going to select where I want to build. There was a guide on the wiki which was really helpful for this. It needs to be a system of about 5 or 6 planets. The planet itself that I'm building on needs to be what I'm going to call a paradise world, in that it doesn't have excessive radiation, thermal temperatures, toxins, stuff like that, so I don't have to keep pumping up my radiation protection, things like that. Each system will have a star base in it, so don't have to worry about that. But I also want to have there's other things as well. One. There's energy deposits, fuel, and things like that. So need to be a base that's near an energy deposit, so I can have a reactor. Ideally near a water type thing. So, like if you said like this, like here, down there, for example, would be perfect. So if I was going to rebuild my base now, I would be building it closer to the shore, so I could have my underwater thing going like that. But and then there's other things as well, but they're like minor things. They won't make or break my choices. But there is a lot of planets in this game to choose from. That's something I'll do off stream. I'll just go from system to system, finding a new thing, thinking, right, okay, how many planets has this got? This has got 5 or 6. Right, let's check out each planet in turn, land on it, so I get the map in progress and things like that. But yeah, like I say, I've been doing a couple of other things. One of them is I have a new multi-tool. Here we go. So I press the right key. I've got to learn the right key. Oh, there goes utilities. Yeah, you can have multiple multi-tools. And what a lot of people have done, and the recommendation is to have 3. Have 1 for fighting, 1 for scanning, 1 for mining. And that's what I plan to do. At the moment, I have got 2. I've got my little pistol, which I'm probably going to have for scanning. I've got my Quantum Hunter rifle, which I'm going to keep for probably for mining or something. I haven't 100% decided yet. I don't know how many you can have. I'm probably going to assume it's going to be along the same lines as ships, so you can have, like, say, 5 or 6. But speaking of, that's its stats. That's what it looks like, and you can see it's a lot bigger in terms of slots compared to... Yeah, I've been busy. I've maxed out the exosuit. I now have all of the slots unlocked. I got very lucky when doing some exploring and found some, let's call them artifacts, that were worth quite a few pennies. So I went and sold them, and I ended up with something like 5 or 6 million after selling everything. So I just went from station to station buying the upgrades. In fact, not only have I got all these ones there, I've also got a few more in my technology suit. But that's not the main thing. Now, if you've been following me on Twitter, you probably know what I'm about to show you. Because I posted a picture of it, and it was pretty damn sweet. Now, I could do this from the space station, but honestly, this is way more satisfying to show if I go scenic route. So, go in, I launch. And let's just poot along. There we go. Get yourself a little launch angle. Nice 45 degrees. Can't go wrong with that. That sounds lovely. Now, there was a little clue. I showed it a little bit earlier by mistake. This surprised me when I got it. I've got a freighter now, like I said I would get, but that's not the how can I put it? It was surprising how I got it. I was trying to find the right words. I was actually trying to do one of the little side quests. Walked into a system. An alert came up saying, what was it they said? It was distress call. It was a distress call. So I was like, alright, fine. I'll get a bit of bounty from it. Turned around a few asteroids, and the freighter was sitting there. Dispatched the pirates, landed on the freighter, and basically the captain of the freighter just goes, I can't do this anymore. Do you want to be a captain of a freighter? Yes. Yes, I do. And here she is. The Galactica. Oops, I'm too close to the planet. That's the downside. You can't be too close to planets. There we go. Now, this wasn't the name she was given when I got it, but I'll try to stop. There we go. No. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. Try that again. I'm still too close to the planet. Okay. Alright, fine. Go a bit further. That's why you need to wait till the warp drive comes active. Named after a certain Battlestar? Of course, you are correct. Whenever I play a game that has things like a name in it, I tend to follow a particular theme. Like on Stardew Valley, all the animals were named after food. Every ship that I get in this game, No Man's Sky, will be named after another sci-fi ship. Ooh, I'll show you after this. After this rumble with the pirates. Of course, yes, because I've got salvage data, they, right, where you going, you little shits? Okay, oh, you're over there, right. Okay, they're warping in. Oh, come back, you little bugger. Oh yeah, I find out I have to aim at the circle, not at the ship. Makes it so much easier. See the little circle there, the little reticle? If I aim at that, I will hit them. Where you gone? You gone, you little bugger? Just make sure there's nobody up. And the others? Hey, got some chromatic metal. And some lim. Let's try that for the third time. Am I still close to the planet? I am, I'm still close to the planet. You can kind of, oh, there you go. You can kind of see the outline. But seriously, this bit, when she warps in, is just... Here we go. Ooh. Oh, that is very satisfying. And if I've got any like frigates, they will warp in as well, like the bit from Mass Effect 3 when the fleet arrives. It's just like, yes. Oh yeah, let's give you a little tour. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can give a proper look of her like she deserves. And I don't want to go too far. Oh yeah, she's a big girl. Oops, and I've overshot. Where is it? There we go. And this is one of the capital class ships as well, so it's one of the bigger freighters, which means I have more base storage. can do a nice little slow. Well, I'm going 200 units a second. And look how big this ship is. Looks almost like the not quite, but looks almost like the Venator from Star Wars. And it's big on the inside. It's not infinitely big, unfortunately, but I think the rest is given up to like the storage and weapons and life support, that kind of thing. But the area that you get access to is pretty damn big anyway. It's basically, you see that like sort of tower complex sitting on top of it? That's pretty much the area you get to build in. I think that they've done it so that they said in the future they may expand the freighter, but they don't want it to be too big because otherwise it will just be ridiculous. But you can customize it when you get inside as well. Like you can decide like where the walls go. You have, I think, 2 floors and a decent amount of space. But pretty much within reason, anything you can put on your ground base can go in a freighter. It's basic, even though I'm going to keep calling it a carrier. But this is how you land on my ship. There you go. There's the automatic landing protocols. Oh yeah, NPCs can land on your ship as well. Because you're basically a mobile starbase. There you go. So there's my white star all ready to go out the launch tube, and yeah, it does. It does, yes. They do occasionally clip through. It's some kind of like, I'm to the conclusion that most ships have some kind of phasing technology to allow for that to happen. But now, do you remember I encountered and found a couple of damaged ships, and I've sort of plonked them on my ground-based starbase? Yeah. There she is. There's my original ship. There's the Radiant Pillar. That's so I've got my original fighter, which I'm not getting rid of. I have the shuttle. I may change that over for a explorer. Yeah, I've got a hauler there as well. Again, I may swap that over for a higher class hauler. I haven't decided yet. But first of all, I need to repair them. And I believe I can have up to 6 of my ships here, plus 3 for visitors, and that includes like NPCs, other players, stuff like that. And this is to say, this is just a hangar. You got the launch. I call them the launch tubes. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this gives you an idea. See, like that area there. This is where I can build. And this is my ship. Fortunately, they're just generic cargo pods. You can't open those. I have checked. Yeah, this is like... Oh, and I can summon this from pretty much anywhere. You can, I believe, summon it when you're on the ground as well, and it'll appear in the upper atmosphere. I believe. I haven't tried that yet. I will do so when I go back to the planet. When I go back to Caladan. But yeah, pretty much any system, as long as you're not too close to something big like a structure, you can summon your freighter. You can, at the moment, as far as I'm aware, only have 1 freighter. But, oh yeah, you get a chunk of cargo space. It's a B class as well, so it's not the worst. But honestly, it just looks freaking sweet. My hyperdrive range is 118. Warp efficiency, I think that means how fast I warp. The storage space is obviously storage, and the fleet coordination, I believe. Oh, I'll get to the fleet in a minute. Good evening. I believe the fleet coordination is the second aspect of freighters that I really like. You missed the warping of the Galactica. You might be able to see the anyway. Yeah, see all these bits here. I can't do it here, no, because that's where the gateway is. I go up here. Yeah. Yeah, I did as well. It's like, oh, okay. Yes, you can customize what the ship looks like. So, for example, I found out what silver's used for. So yeah, I can have things like that. I can have corridors. I mean, like I say, anything that I can build. Big finger, small bun syndrome. Yeah, we've all been there. Basically, anything that I can build on a starbase, like I can build here. There's a couple of exceptions, but essentially, yeah, this is one of my build halls, as I call them. So there's other stuff along there that I can do. This is just like the default layout, with, well, one exception, which you will see in a little bit. This is something I've added. A galactic terminal, so I can do some trading. And I can use this to warp. I can't warp to the freighter, but I can use this to warp from the freighter. This is a sending gate. This is not a receiving gate, unfortunately. But this basically is now really expanded in what I can do. But there's two other things as well. I will show you this one first. Yeah, I remember being a bit overwhelmed by getting. Yeah, it was a little bit overwhelming, but I've got a sort of rough plan of things I want to do, and I find that if I'm sticking to this with the freighter, I'm not going to go too overboard with the freighter to begin with, because I want to focus more on the ground base, and I'm just going to let the freighter stuff evolve naturally, kind of thing, rather than spending ages. This allows me to. Now, we joked last stream about garage space. This basically controls this. This allows me to summon, if the freighter's in the system, I can basically summon my mech, my big track, my little track, my little pond skipper, what looks like my motorbike, which I'm going to have all of these eventually, and I'm going to have them all parked up, and so some kind of like probe like thing. But this is something I didn't know about, this next room. I will show you. When you get a freighter in No Man's Sky, you get at least one free what's called frigate. And frigates are puddle jumper. Well, that's the name of it. That's going to have to be the name of it when I get it. The little bug one. You can kind of see it on the silhouette there. The puddle jumper. But yeah, you can have, like I say, frigates. And frigates are like your support craft that you can get for the ship. Like, you know, when you see like if you play this, you'll see like I'm going to call them carriers because I'm getting the words mixed up. When the carrier warps in, you see the little ships that ping in around them. They're the support craft, and they come in one of 5 categories: explorer, fighter, industrial, and there's a couple of others whose names I can't remember right now. But you can send them out on NPC missions, and they will bring stuff back for you. As they level up, they'll be able to do the more difficult, more longer missions. Assuming you've got the fuel, which is really easy to make. And I had an alert come in that the last one I sent it on. There you go. You see? We've got one frigate that's there. Fleet Command. Fleet Command online. And this is how you receive the missions. So this is basically what happened whilst I was away. The mission times in this are all real time as well. So if it says, oh, this is going to take 5 hours, this will take 5 hours of real time. Yeah, is the commander that. So he covered 988 light years, and he collected rave minerals, and I got a geodesite. And then on the next jump, the next system, a Viking dagger, I need those, which is really handy. And the next one, some dirty bronze, and then destabilized sodium, and then returned home. So, you know, it wasn't a bad haul, because I've been struggling to find free green daggers, really have. And they go over there. The destabilized sodium, which is pretty good, the dirty bronze, but I am taking that and I'm going to put it in my exosuit. Basically, lots of cargo space. See, these frigate fuels are really easy. It just needs dihydrogen. Dihydrogen is basically water. Now, you've got the hyperdrive, which is Now there's a little bit of a sneaky way around it, because if you can either warp to the system you're going to via, warping like you would do with the starship, or you could use the like gate travel, like teleporting, that kind of thing, or you can bring it with you. But before that, let's show you the rest of the crew. Now, the system you find and accept your freighter in will determine what crew you will get. And whilst I'm quite friendly with the Gek, these are the ones I wanted for my crew. Although the stats for the carrier are not exactly on the top tier side, in terms of visual and in terms of how things are, this was just like, oh my god, this is perfect for me. I got these dudes. I got the bots. So this is where I stand and plan and dispatch expeditions, which is what I was talking about earlier. The Korvax, that's it. There you go. And these reset every day. Yes. There isn't a huge amount of crew, but there is a crew. You see, you've got different types of expeditions. You've got a balanced expedition, an industrial one, combat patrol, or stuff like that. I'm going to send them on industrial because at the moment technically speaking, I could send them on the other things, but I've only got one frigate at the moment, and it's an industrial frigate. So whilst they're not bad, if I sent them on a combat patrol, they would probably get mashed up. But you determine how the expeditions are populated. I believe you can have up to 30 frigates, I believe. I'm not sure how you get more at the moment. This is something I'm going to have to look into, but it's not a major thing for me. It's not my current focus. This is just something I'm just doing as a little side bit until I've got myself like a nice base that I've built up and things like that. So I'm focusing on one aspect at a time rather than trying to do multiple things at once. So my first goal I've already done, which is maxed out my storage capacity for my suit. So that, yeah, quite easy. I just click on it, and you can see this will take 58 minutes. So this is probably going to finish about halfway through this stream. So here you can have up to 5 ships assigned to each expedition, and your combat, exploration, industrial, and I think commerce. I think that was the other one. So yeah, focus, industrial, difficult way to run. So the reward probably isn't going to be that great. And I got this is the name of the frigate, the CV3, and it's a B class as well, so it's pretty decent. Darky's Future. You can see my industrial rating for this ship is 22. So I was just saying, glitching through the screen there. If I could send this on a combat mission, but I've only got a rating of 5 for this ship, then it makes sense to send your best crew out for each one. There you go, all done. And then that's it. I now wait 58 minutes. Here as well this is where you can decide you want to warp to. There's my captain sitting up there, and these are the upgrades you can get. Now I got lucky on my last expedition that I got one free upgrade module, which was like sweet. Another reason why I want to focus on industrial is to begin with, because that will apparently vastly increase the chances I will get frigate upgrade modules. So carrier, this is why I'm calling it a carrier, because I keep getting the two words mixed up. So for example, I can have a fuel oxidizer, which I've this gives me my frigates a little bit of a temporary boost. That's required quad servos, which I don't have yet. Here, for example, I have warp core resonator and things like that. Now these I'm going to have to get at some point, because if I want to take the freighter carrier into some of the more dangerous solar systems, I need to have these warp drives. Otherwise it just simply will not be able to warp there, or if it does, it will warp and be damaged really quickly. So that I'll need to get is one of those and one each of those, just to sort of boost it up. So for example, that gives me longer jump drives, things like that. Plus I've also got the matter beam, and what that does is that allows me to in effect access the freighter's cargo hold when I'm not on the freighter, but I believe in this either the same system, maybe when it's in orbit around the planet at the very least. It just gives me a huge amount of storage space. Oh, sorry. Let's show you the other thing as well. Yes. And let's go. You get customized appearance. Now I haven't unlocked them yet. I've only got the base colours, but let's see. There we go. I haven't unlocked them yet. Now I don't have that much in my crew because highly sophisticated automated systems. So far, I think these are the only 2 crew members I've got. Navigator Lepesium and Admiral Yupol. It's quite dark, but they're Korvax. They don't need that much light. There is a little bit on the dark side, but you know what? That's fine. This is where I come in. Like I say, I can customize this. I can do everything else as well. But this is the feature I like, because once I've got to a system, I can just do this. And I can now go to anywhere I have unlocked a teleport destination for. Alpha Base, all the different systems I've been to, and docked at the station. But I'm going to go back to the Alpha Base because I want to try something out. Because apparently, you can warp the freight. Oh, that's a bit loud. Warp the freighter in, so it's in low orbit, so you can see it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm going to find out very soon. But my plan for the freighter is to pretty much have it as a mini mobile base. Like, I'm not going to have every feature on there, but I want to have like at least the basics. So if, I don't know, say for example my, like an asteroid or something lands on one of my bases, I've still got the minimum I have to go out and pick a new planet kind of thing. Like I say, I have a list of criteria that I suppose you could say, I have to meet first. But 5 or 6 planets in the system, ideally in a regular star system. Plus also it needs to be a paradise planet, and it needs to have a large body of water. Right, so that's it, Caladan, my base thing. There you go, and it gives me a little prompt there. Fleet arrived in Shimitaja system. Captain Mittal's potential activities. That means an event's happened for my frigate expedition that's going up around. Yeah, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Right. It's green. Right. This is going to be interesting. This is where it's going to arrive. Oh, that was satisfying. Seriously, the way that warps in is just... Ooh. Just look at that. Right. See if I can take a screenshot of that. Apparently I can move the sun. No. That's not going to work, but yeah. There she is in low orbit. That's just... Yeah. I said I've been a busy boy over the weekend, but somebody showed a screenshot where they built up their base, and had like, it looked almost like a Photoshop screenshot. So somebody was saying, "Oh, that's not legit." That's no. And they showed the video, the freighter. And it's like, oh, but that is just that. If you've ever played Mass Effect 3, you know the end scene when the fleet arrives. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of, just that boom. Oh, yes, that was the other thing I was going to try and today. See how much the... Oh, yes, no, I need to get the... what do you call it? I need to get the blueprint before I can have the mech. That's the next thing I'm probably going to purchase. Yeah, I've got a lot of blueprints I need to find. You know, for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump my salvage data into the cube. So let's just put this, was it on my exosuit, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a few scanner modules as well. I need one of more of them. I'm going to keep these for now. Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 more to go there. Plus a few more cargo modules, but they're expensive. Starship is a little bit costly to expand, but it's going to be worth it. I mean, I'm not going to expand it too much because I'm going to expand more on this one because I want to put as much of the technology from here as I can onto this tab. The multi-tool, say I'm going to have 3 multi-tools. The Exocraft, which is currently Big Track, has got, yeah, it's got a nice little cargo hold of stuff there. Go, I don't know those. Yeah, anyway. All in all, I will say, you know, if you haven't played this game, I can 100% say now, and I've been playing it for a decent amount of time, I can recommend this game now. Just make sure you save often, just to be on the safe side, which is why I have this beacon right here. So as I come out of the gate, I just go, jump, save, and continue. But one of the main things I'm going to be working on the stream is, apart from showing things off, it's also making progress on the storyline. There is a storyline. These are the main ones, the primary missions. These secondary missions are worth doing because, well, maybe not that one, but these, for example, like the archives and things like that. This is how you get, like extra blueprints and things to build and stuff like that. I think primarily what I'm going to do today is focus on this one, the base computer archives first, do that, and then continue with the Ghost in the Machine, which is the Apollo path. You can see here I've got, because this is part of the, I'm helping Apollo so you can help me find Artemis. Oh yeah, whilst I was bimbling around as well, I found what's one of the first Atlas interfaces. And you know this, the symbol for No Man's Sky, the big, like, what do you call it? Almost like a diamond type thing with the big eye in the middle. That looks like it's absolutely pissed off with you. Yeah. I walked to the system and that was there, and I'm just, oh lordy. I wasn't even planning to, I was just doing a bit of random scouting. It's like, la 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 la, what the hell's in this? And there's enough of those things in the game that's made me go, I just want to keep exploring. Like, I'm not too fussed about the combat side of things. I'm just enjoying just going from system to system, exploring every planet. And it's, in a way, it's like if you ever played modded Minecraft, like with the quest mods and things like that. I used to love playing, but the mods were getting a bit too bloated for my system to really handle, and it's like, well, they're good, but there's too much in them. So I had to either, and then of course my older system went on the blink, so I never got around to reinstalling it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can do farming, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Oh, that reminds me, actually, I need to harvest that. Yeah, there you go, and that will regrow every, I think it's every 4 to 6 hours or something it takes. Again, real time. There's, there is some plants you can grow outdoors, some plants you have to grow indoors in, like a hydroponics. Like if this was a toxic world, only the toxic plants would grow on there. But by having this hydroponics bay, I can grow practically anything if I have the right, I always suppose you could call it seed packet, which is like a blueprint. And now I've done that, let's go and speak to, where is he? Where's me farmer dude? Minecraft. I've seen Minecraft in it. I think honestly, if I did reinstall Minecraft, I would probably go with vanilla. But at the moment, I'm having way too much fun with this game. Okay. Ask about cooking. Yes. It. Oh, it's frostwort. Oh, I need to get some. Oh, wrong plant. That's why. Yes, I need to get some frostwort before I can do it. I've seen a lot of good stuff coming about Minecraft Vanilla. I like the questing stuff, you know, like where it tells you what to do and that kind of thing. I like being directed in these games. I don't like being too open-ended. At least to begin with, I like being directed. Like, do this, go here, do something else. Villagers are useful. The new Nether is a bunch of fun and shipwrecks. Ooh. Right, what's it doing? Oh yes, one quest. Right, let's go and do this. So I need to go off-world. Okay, it says off-road archive. Right, okay, so I'm probably going to have to go have a warp or take the gate. Let's take the gate. Played Vanilla Minecraft a few months ago. It's the first time I played it in years. Rather guided you through the updates. Yeah, honestly, I think it is one of those games that if I might reinstall it in the future, but not right now. Not because I think it's bad. I've just got other games to play first. Right. Also, I tend to, when I do play Minecraft, I tend to like playing in creative mode. I like the building aspect. I'm not too keen on the harvesting side of it. I think if I did, it would be a creative mode server. Yeah, that's why I need to go to the Irigua terminus. 4 planets. Oh, that's the point. Yeah, that's what I need to check. So before I go, getting too distracted already. Catalog. Discoveries. You'll get it eventually. Building is more fun now because there's lots of. I've been watching some of the videos of. I think it's his name, Mumbo Jumbo. Is that his name? And I like watching his vids because they're. It seems to be quite. What's the word I'm looking for? Quite easygoing with that kind of thing. I don't feel like he's. What's the word? I'm trying to remember what the word is now. I don't feel like he's been. It's like, aha, I am a superior Minecraft player. It's like, nope, I mess up sometimes. I mess up quite a bit. You and me both, dude. You and me both. So yeah, these are the systems I've discovered so far. And as you can see, I've discovered quite a few. So, for example, you know, I said I was looking for a system that needs to have 5. This is one of the candidates. So I've got 5 here. I'm going to have to land on them and check them so that they register to the system. So this is a possible candidate. This is a... Now, I'm not counting moons. I'm counting the planets. So, for example, this is a nice place, but unfortunately it's overgrown a little bit. This is contaminated. And like I said, the moons I don't count. Now, Calidus isn't too bad, but it's only got 4. I need at least 5 or 6. Sarka, for example, has only got 4 on a moon. This one, that's only got 3. It's got 4. Yeah, this one isn't too bad, but you notice this was discovered 4 years ago. That shows you how long this has been in the game. And I've accidentally stumbled across it. So you discovered it at the top there 4 years ago. Same with this one, Armedia. This one I've been pootling around in. There we go. That's it. I want a system that I've discovered, so this looks pretty good, but at the same time, I've got different things like that. Gex systems, Korvac systems, things like that. There's loads of things you can do. Get a sea with the forest mansion as close to spawn as possible. Free here. Briefly saw that. I think that just after that one was when I think I stopped playing for a little bit. Yeah, not because the game's bad, just, you know, I won't say different. And I do vaguely remember the mansion being this huge, great big building with, what are they called? Not villagers, they're like the illagers, is it? Or something like that. Oh, God. Yeah. This is a problem now. Because I've now got villagers, yes. Because of everything else, I'm... Okay, yeah, my system's out of power. I'm going to have to at some point pop down another... Even with a battery, see it's been depleted. Because I've got that, because I've got the hydroponics bay in there, because I've got everything else, it is using a lot of power. Oh yeah, it's medium refiner as well. So I'm gonna disconnect this because I'm not using it right now. And the control kick. There we go. Where's it gone? There's another cable I need to get rid of around here. Some that I put down before. There we go. Now I could temporarily power this with some carbon, but yeah, at the same time, I say it's the hydroponics there. That's taking up a... Well, I've got no power going to it right now. I need to head to the other system. Let's chuck in some emergency. Let's stick in some condensed carbon. Right, how long have I got? Okay, I've got 3 minutes. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Why is that? Do I not have, why is that not using enough power? Oh, it's overloaded. Right. Okay, so too much drain in it. Alright. That I didn't know. Okay. Oh, that's going to make things interesting. I'm going to, for the moment, because I think this is what's taking the power, for the moment, I'm going to get rid of this hydroponics. I think this is what's causing the problem. Yeah, I think that's what's causing the problem. Yeah, there we go. Everything's back up. Okay, at least I don't remember that. I need more power. Or at least give hydroponics its own system or something. Which kind of makes sense really, because lucky enough when I'm on the freighter, I don't have to worry about power. Because obviously, you know, it's a flying warp engine. But obviously there's limits to what I can build on the freighter, so it's swings and roundabouts. A mouse sec. Blimey, 31 months. Thank you very much. So once I get to this place, I would then head to the archive. Oh, another thing as well, I have almost maxed out the geek in terms of standing and language. I will show you as soon as I land. Okay. Where is it? It will be... Where is it? One key again. There we go. It will be milestones, I believe. So if you look at the GEC, I am in 33 more standing points. I will be considered to be a trade lord, the GEC, and I will be the highest rank possible, which is actually proven to be quite helpful because when I talk to the GEC, I sometimes get an option where I can ask them for things, and if my standing's quite high and I select the right option, they will sometimes give me things. It might be nanites they might give me. I've got a few modules occasionally. I've got a couple of blueprints. But if I select the wrong one, it's like a 1 in 4 chance I could accidentally offend them, and my standing will drop a little bit. So you've got to be careful and sort of know what type of things that they are talking about. So the GEC tend to be the traders and things like that. The Vikreen are the sort of like the warrior types and that kind of thing. Korvax are the scientists and the technologies. Plus, I haven't even touched, well, I'm accidentally getting hostile with the Merchants Guild because of breaking into one of their buildings. Things like that. The Mercenaries Guild, which I believe, because I've killed a few pirates, things like that, my rankings count. This is like a combat guild. Explorers Guild, you see I'm doing reasonably well with them because I've been exploring all over the place. Things like that. They do tend to sort of match up. Like the Merchants Guild tends to be connected with the GEC. The Mercenaries seem to be connected with the Vikreen, and the Explorers seem to be connected with the Korvans, or at least they're like a neutral version of. But see, I have also got I've got a lot of milestones as well. I have learned there you go, it's easy to see, 408 words, and my highest amount of cash I've had is 5.4 million credits, all because of two things I found whilst exploring the asteroid belts and just doing some mining. Extreme survival. So, yeah, there was one planet, I'm not kidding, was something like 190 degrees Celsius as I was trying to explore it. And then as I'm in there thinking, oh, this is pushing my system to the limit, I see the words firestorm approaching, and I just, nope, get off the planet, and I can see this wave of fire. Just, no, I'm not staying there. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. So, yeah, fun game. Yeah, here we go. This is I've already spoken to these people. Let's see if I've got crap I need to sell. So you can see here, I want to keep that Vikreen dagger. Definitely need to keep that. Got a decent amount of projectile ammunition. Now those could be kept. I can now switch to my starship. Yeah, I've learned that the gold is actually work pretty good for electronical stuff. Lemium is, this is used extensively in starship freighter construction. At the moment I'm just selling it, which I know is going to come back to bite me in the butt later, but right now I don't really need it. Same with the silver. So I've now discovered that silver is actually very useful. My fault for getting rid of loads of it, but easy enough to acquire. So a little shuttle there. So I need to go, see that little red dome icon, you see it's the Corrupt Archive. I need to go there, and that's on the planet that's kind of below us right now. But before I go, I'm trying to get into the habit of, if it's a station I've not been on, like, there's a few ships here, shuttle, fighter, that's a B class. I've not seen any A class ships yet, or S class, at least not from the NPCs. This dude is like, who sells me the other things. This is where I can get like the basic module upgrades, get the things like the names in this are amazing. Rare of the Night. So this is I think this is a rifle class. Yes, it's a rifle. At the moment, you can see it has more slots, but because I've got all these damage modules and bits and pieces, you're not going to change yourself to a Gecko stage, you are. Thank you for reminding me about that. I don't think I've shown that off what you can do on stream. Do you change the appearance? I think I'm going to keep it as what I am, but I'll come to that in a minute. Completely forgot about that. So you can see, yeah, the base damage potential is lower, but I do have loads more damage potential modules on here and things like that. As you can see, oh yeah, this is the S superior class, the S class as they call it, which, although it has less slots, I can upgrade that later, even though it's going to cost me a lot of cash to do that. The base stats are much better. As you can see, I could buy this for 2.6, but I'm not going to. Show you how much it's going to cost me upgrading this multi-tool. If I had the expansion slot module, it'd be free. But if I wanted to buy one on the multi-tool, it's going to cost me $1 million. Like, yep. Or if I want to upgrade the class, and I can't really upgrade the class because it's already S tier, it'll cost 50,000 nanites. I've got 6,000. And this is like for, this is for ship modules. That's the basic ship module stuff. That's where I can upgrade the ship itself. This is for the exocraft, so things like that. This is where I would get the exosuit upgrade, but I've already purchased it, so you can see this is not pinging up for me. But this is what Mousetech was talking about, the appearance modifier. And you can have different presets. So you can have the anomaly, which is what I am. I'm not going to change myself to Gek. The different body shapes. I can be a chunky boy, slender, or regular, or big lad. At the heads, I can change as well. I can change that from alpha head to gamma, delta. I mean, that makes me look like a stormtrooper. That's cool. No, I like that one. I like that helmet. That looks cool. So that's 6. Remember that one? 6, 8. Now that looks more like a stormtrooper. It's that one. That one. Yeah, let's go back to. Yeah, I like that. The markings as well, so I can add the accents. Add a little white trim. I think that one looked pretty cool. Yeah, let's go for the torso then. Same sort of thing. Keep that as it is. Kings, no. Armor. Yeah, this is all cosmetic. So, gloves, legs, boots. Okay, those are pretty good boots. Backpack. Only one backpack design, unfortunately. You can see it changes a little bit. Banner. Okay, I like that helmet. That really works. I do like that. But let's go with my colours, which are the blue and yellow. It's supposed to be blue and gold, but it's the nearest colour I can get. It's the emblem. I can't really see what the emblem is. You know what? I see. That's how I do it. Rotate like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna piddle around that off stream because that's. Oh, that looks freaking cool. I love that. This is where I say upgrade the ship itself. I've got to be careful here because if I hit the wrong button, I could accidentally salvage the White Star, which I do not want. So yeah, if I upgraded it, that will get me 1 million. So that shuttle that's on the carrier on the Galactica that is broken, I might repair it just enough so I can fly it to the station, scrap it, and then leave that slot open for something else. I have not decided yet. This is where I can upgrade the ship. Obviously, if I get the modules. Now, if I want to upgrade the class, see, that's going to cost 25,000 nanites, which, considering I've got 6,000 at the moment, that's actually not too bad, the amount of nanites, because I'm getting them at a decent rate. Plus, you can get more from missions and that kind of thing as well. So that's probably going to be my next thing I will spend my nanites on, will be upgrading the class, because the White Star is a B class right now. That would upgrade her to an A class. And I imagine that probably upgrading to an S class is probably going to be something like 50,000 or maybe more. Oh yeah, and I can get augmentations and other bits and pieces as well, which are quite nifty. Let's crack on. Oh, hello. What's that? That is a... They've got it's an Explorer. Oh, hello. What's that? That is another B class. Fighters in this look really... Hello. Now that is a ship. Excuse me. Just the fighters in this game look beautiful. Right. Vanquisher 12. That's worth 8 million credits. My little fighter, the White Star, she's only worth 1.4. But you know what? I don't care. A ship. A good ship. Right. Launch. And for those who haven't seen it, because this is just... I've got to do it again. I've got to do it again. There we go. There's the Galactica. As you can see, the lighting really does affect how the ship looks. And how close have I parked this to the starboard? really damn close. Yeah, that's like really, really damn close. Right. Okay. So what's this planet called? This planet is called Witchin Beta. Okay. I'm going to need some silver, so I might as well mine a little bit. Yeah. And that'll take me 9 minutes to get there at this speed. Screw that, I'm going to warp. A pulse jet, not warp. Warp is from system to system. Pulse engine. There we go. So that's going to take me, what, 15 seconds? It's a lifeless planet, which isn't too bad if I was going to, like, do some stuff, but I want to have a planet that's got this some flora and fauna on it. Oh, this one I've got to be careful, don't splash into the planet again. So this would be like a good life. I just want a boring world. There we go. Oh, I've also got a trade scanner on my ship as well, which allows me to find trade outposts. I want to land reasonably close. There will do. But this is like the moon. It's got like no atmosphere or anything. Not going to be as good as parking I did the other day. And I actually landed on... Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good landing spot. Not bad. Not when I landed on top of the observatory. That was quite amusing. Let's put that in the starship, because that stuff's actually pretty decent. I found a use for that now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've got an Atlas Pass, which allows me access to these things. It's only Atlas level 1. I need to get up to Atlas level 3. But that's going to be like a ongoing thing. Now you see my survival thing is dropping. Right, so quick look in it first before I root around with that in case it weird shit all over the... Yeah. What's that? Some ammo. Yeah, those are ammo boxes. Really handy. I haven't liked to make ammo for a long time. See these things, there's like a copper deposit there, there's a whispering egg. Don't want to mess around with that. There's a buried technology module underneath this base. That's what I came here for. That's overgrown, whatever you call it. Corrupted terminal. Ugh. Again, before I do that, just in case. Okay. I've restored my health, and I've got some nanites. I may have to tab out to get... This requires a solution to a puzzle. I may have to tab out for this. Ugh, that is pretty grim. Access to memory. Hello, Hal. Did it know what I had done to it? Was it angry, upset, alone, afraid? Could a sentinel feel such? Oh, don't tell me they've been experimenting on sentinels. It hovered before me. It's like catching upon 1,000 crystal shards all around. As I moved on, it travelled by my side. That night I dreamt of the warp cage. Interesting. But there was no more pain within. Drone looked at me, and I knew that I had been forgiven. I had fixed it. I had answered for my sin. This sounds like someone's last diary entry. I should call it Lapis. Why does that name ring a bell? Okay, ooh, there's some technology, and I've now got toxic protection module. So in another 6 hours real time, the base computer will now give me another one of these things to go off and do. But what I need to do now is I'm going to press the right key, and I'll do these as I encounter them. So like, for example, I just need one more dagger. I need to get circuit board, which is I can either make it or It just says acquire it. I think I can buy them. Every so often I'm going to keep checking on the space stations because I know at least one of them's got it. Agricultural research. Now I've got to grow and harvest frostwort. Now, if I remember correctly, with frostwort, that's on the ice planet, like the Andoria types. Ooh. Okay. But as this is the main thing, I need to go to a Corvax facility. Now, yes, I know it's in another system. Let's just take off, shall we? One good thing I like about this ship is that it came free with a launch thruster recharge. Whoa! I was about to say I'm going a lot faster, but of course this planet has no atmosphere. Of course I'm just going to take off a lot faster. And my fleet has arrived in the Serra Nox system. Right, okay. Let's go to... Oh, come on. There we go. Line up. Let's go. Let's use the gate on the Galactica. Boom. Occasionally when you're going through these pulse jumps, you'll be... you might be hailed because there might be like an emergency signal, you might be attacked because you're being scanned, or like I did, I found a trader and bought something off him because I thought it looked nice. Turned out to be worth 500,000 credits, which was nice. Now that is a screenshot right there. Let me just slow down to take a screenshot for the date. Get it angled right. I think I pressed Control 0. Oops. Oops, the wrong one. I pressed the wrong one. That's why. Oh, that's why. Yes, I have to do it the old way. Right. And that is. There we go. There's my ship. There's. No, I didn't want to do it. No, it's now. No, I want to move this sun back to where it was. No. Try that again. Oh, here we go. I've got fog density. Let's get rid of that fog density. This is we can just mess around with screenshots and things like that. Let's restore to default. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, speaking of distress signals. Oh, I see. You want to try that now, do you? Right. Okay. Fine. Right, let's go and deal with you first, you little shits. Of course I'm going to help him. Alright, fine. Oh look, you see that big carrier down there? Why don't we go and fly near that, shall we? That'll be fun. One shot, one kill. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, if you get him in the right place, your carrier will help you out. You need to go. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Nice. And look at it like that. That looks. Oh, high sense of activity. I won't be going there. Thank you very much. Right, I need to go to another system. So let's go and land. Oh, it's attacking something. What are they attacking? Okay. Oh, I can recruit. Oh, that's how I recruit the frigates. Right. I have to go up next to them. I see, so I basically recruited from another... Ooh. Okay. Interloper. Will you tremble before the sight of our mighty starship? Do not fear, we are allies. And there's a place for us in your fleet. Ooh. It's... Okay, so it looks like it's a combat one. Ooh, it's going to cost me 2 million. Okay, so fine. This is going to cost me some credits. Captain scared of heights. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so that's how I get more frigates. I have to go up to them and go, "Want to join my crew?" Oh, I see. They've got attributes as well, like thief on board and support specialist. Well, I'm gonna decline. I'm gonna see what the other ones are like first of all. Let's see. So the green ones are the ones I can recruit. Okay. Right, so why can't I land on my capital ship? Okay. Why can I not do that? Why are you not allowing me to land on my ship? Why you not do this? Because generally that means it's on red alert. Yep, it's on red alert, so that means I can't land. What are you shooting at? Seriously, I'm your captain. Let me back on board. Fine, I'll go by the space station then. Well, I landed and... Yeah. I don't think I'm going to have a frigate in my my group that's A, thief, and B, is afraid of heights. What is it doing there? Why is it in red alert? That's very weird. Although, admittedly, you see that parked outside the gateway. That's pretty cool. Actually seeing my ship. Yeah, 'cause you see those red beams? Basically, they should be blue. If they are, that will basically mean you can dock there. Right. We'll go to another system. Could be because I recently engaged in combat as well. Right, so I need to find with the... There we go. Betas. So yes, this is the reason why I call this the beta system, because this has 6 planets. And this is looking like the primary system that I want to move to. At least have my base on. Not guaranteed, but it's definitely... Like I say, called it beta to be beta site. A beta system. There's at least 1 paradise world here. Maybe even 2. But this is probably where I'm going to have it. I need to find a decent place on the planets. Yes, I am loving this game to bits. I really am. There's something else I need to find on here, wasn't it? And it's circuit board. That was it. Okay, so let's have a look. Nope. I got the microprocessor. Yeah, because each system doesn't sell the same thing. Which, like here, for example, if I go to discoveries, system beta, you can see 1, 2, 6 planets discovered by me. And there is a paradise world here which has starboard, copper, paraffin, and cobalt. And this is looking like this is going to be the likely candidate. There's also a calcified planet, which is good for copper, silver. Problem is, high sentinels. This just says the word Terrasphere. I'm not too sure what ancient bones mean, but that sounds quite interesting. But the fact it's called a terrasphere, I think it's probably not a viable candidate for building a starbase on. 3 planets here I've yet to check out. And although I've scanned them to permanently record the information, you have to actually land on the planet at least once. This, I say, is the most likeliest candidate. This planet here, Adford 4. But having these within Terrasphere does sound a bit like it. It does, yeah. Oh, speaking of Death Star, have you seen the anomaly? Have I shown you what the anomaly looks like from the outside? Because that looks almost exactly like the Death Star. The anomaly is like the central player hub. Right, okay, let me just quickly take off, because I think I can do it outside here. It's easy enough to land. Because I can go from the anomaly to the base, to this base here again. Now, I'll make sure I've got enough distance away. Okay, so it's a similar sort of thing. Is I summon it like the freighter. And this is basically the player hub. This is where I can get like pretty much all the upgrades I want and do trading. Yeah. You say Death Star? It also reminds me very much of Unicron from the Transformers series, the old animated ones. Especially that bit. I literally did that face. That was kind of my expression when I first discovered that the Galactica, the freighter. I was pretty much just going la 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 la. This is the like I say, this is the player hub. This is like a you've got starships there. You've got every time I come here, I just see loads of different ships. You've got like the fighters there. You've got all the other things as well. You've got, I believe, that's. So you've got the. God, look at these ships. Some of them look really freaking cool, but even the ugly ships. Oh, thank you very much. That person there just gave me an item. Thank you to that person. They gave me a living pearl. Well, that's nice of them. Thank you, Strebel. That's one thing. I don't want to jinx it, but I've not encountered any a-holes yet. To be fair, I haven't really interacted that much with people. I've been trying to focus on learning the base bits of the game before I try and broaden my horizons. But yeah, this is the mission hub. I believe it is PvE for the most part. I don't think there's PvP in the game, apart from maybe like duel or stuff like that. I'll get that living pearl, thank you. This is like the guide. This is where you come to for some of the missions, like your main point of contact. Oh, there's one thing here that I guarantee you will have the same reaction that pretty much everyone else has when they saw it. There's one of the specialists you need to speak to. There's unlock later. Possibly, I don't know. I've not tried. That's the data hub. Yeah. Oh, now there's a screenshot. Right. Get rid of that. There we go. Marvelous. Now, this person you can grow certain foods and things like that, and he will eat them. and depending on how good they are in terms of quality, he will give you nanites. I don't think I've got anything he wants. No, I haven't got anything he wants. Downstairs, you can only do one at a time. You can't give him like a whole stack. I have... looks like one of the aliens from Mars Attacks. A great film, by the way. So when you progress through the game, like your milestones, every so often, come back to these people and speak to them, and they'll give you rewards. I believe this one is milestone data. Give me the thumbs up. Thank you very much. They just give me 100 nanites, which isn't a huge amount, but these all add up as well. So, so I've spoken to you. Now, this creature I always refer to as Groot for, well, obvious reasons. It's Groot. Or it is of the same species to which Groot belongs to. So, and as I scan more data for creatures as well, this is who I come to speak to get an update. And there's one, I think, for planets as well. You're quite happy with me. So it gives me nanites, and I believe there is... yeah, you can just sort of stand here and look at all the ships coming in and going back out again. Yeah. What does that look like to you? It's basically the end evolution of what happens to a Furby. Not entirely sure that was intentional, but considering the way these a lot of these game developers do, it wouldn't surprise me if one of them was going, I need to come up with an idea for an alien. You know, like when their kids' Furbies were just sitting there and they went, that'll do. Yep. Every time I come here, it makes me laugh that there's basically a evolved Furby. So we have Groot, and we have a Furby. Just highly amusing. We'll go into that room in a minute, and you may guess what it is. This is where you can get the upgrades for. Now, you can find them within the game itself, like so you can earn them for free, or if you're flush with cash in terms of nanites and things like that, you can come to these research places and pay the cash. So exocraft upgrades, for example. Like at the moment, I don't have the Minotaur, which is the mech yet. I'll show you why in a minute why I don't have it. But for example, if I wanted to get, say, the mining laser for it, it will cost me 180 nanites. As I'm saving up for the ship upgrade, I'm gonna have to save it for a moment, unless I get like a lot in one go. But these are blueprints, so once you've bought them, don't have to pay for them again. They're one and done. Now this high power sonar, once I get the Nautilus, which is the underwater one, that's going to come in really handy. That's going to allow me to find shit underwater. And the servos, for example, these will allow my mech to run along a little bit faster. Right? And this is the same sort of thing, but this is for the multi-tool upgrade, which I think I've got. So for example, that's like a little basic one. Like, yeah, I don't need that. These are some awesome piercings in his head. Same sort of logic. You see, I've almost got all the things here. The ricochet module, which allows me to bounce off of the walls, and I'm going to have all of these eventually. At the moment, the multi-tool is not quite ready for that. Not yet. Okay, there's the locked door for future expansion. This is for the suit modules, I think. So look, yes, I've got things like the coolant networks, which will protect me when I'm on toxic worlds. Shield lattice, which gives me obviously better shields. The airburst engine, which allows me to fly and recharge at the same time. The advanced translator, which is okay. It's alright. It's not fantastic, but I don't learn anything permanently from it. It's just like a temporary bit. This, I believe, is the Starship one. I think I'm almost... No, I've got a long way to go on this one. I've got like the ablative armour. I'll get me some of that at some point. The instability drive. That makes my pulse engine more efficient. Bits and pieces of that. And again, I'm probably going to have most of these installed into the Starship at some point. Especially these things. This is... Obviously, I have to install them. But you notice that certain star systems you cannot access without a particular warp drive or hyperdrive even. I've got the blueprints for these. I've got to make them. The cadmium drive is really easy. I just need to make a wiring loop. Pretty easy. And then for my cadmium system, I can use that to get me the emerald drive, and then from the emerald drive I can use that to get me the indium drive, which gets me, this is there, preventing temporal anomalies when attempting to reach rare blue class stellar bodies. Apparently the blue systems, that's where you can get some of the real decent stuff, but you got to get there. But what I am saving my salvage data for next is not only these base components to make, as you can see there's a few. Now they're reasonably priced, but this is what I'm after. Where's it gone? Oh, here we go. Yeah, basically I want, if I can get another 3, I can make the Minotaur Geobay, which is basically a sort of mech power suit. If you look, the components to make it are actually pretty low. Metal plating, which is easy to make, ion battery, so I've already got 2 of those, and paraffinium. My homeworld, Caladan, got paraffinium up the wazoo. Here we go. Yeah, the Pilgrim, which is the little diddly one. The Nomad, which, the light exocraft, which is like for fast scouting. The Nautilon, which is, that's probably what I'm going to call the puddle jumper. The Pilgrim, which is the, I think this is the bike one. Looking at it, yes, I'm going to have, when I have my starbase, I'm going to have a spot for all of these. Just all parked there as well, along with my ships and everything. Another reason why I want to find a very particular planet and the system and stuff like that first, because I want to have everything in one location and maybe have like outposts scattered throughout the universe, with the Galactica basically being a mini starbase that I take from place to place as and when I need to, things like that. But I want to have at least one home fully decked out with everything. Not going to demolish Caladan because I've heard that there is a small, it's only a tiny one, but apparently there's a small chance that on some of the more dangerous planets, which is one of the reasons why I don't want to go to one of them, that things like firestorms and meteor strikes and bits and pieces like that can basically destroy your base. Not sure if that's true or if that's just a rumour, but that is something that I am not wanting. So a reason why I want a planet that is geologically stable, shall we say. Now, I'm not saying I want to have like a mining station or extractor place or one of those planets, because that would be pretty good. Go down there, deploy it, and then get the fuck out. But for my permanent home, I want a decent planet. You see, ooh, helmet buddies. You're purple and blue. Nice. The one thing we haven't encountered yet is the proper portals. Yeah. There's another opportunity there for a screenshot. There we go. Yeah, there are things in this that are legitimately like Stargates in all but name. And I need to, there we go back to normal, thank you. Now we've got the right thing selected, I do. But yeah, you can basically go up to the, I think it's this thing, this which is legally not the... Yeah, it spins. I said, there's so much has been added to this game since I first played it. Little things here and there that just... This is definitely a game, even if I stop playing it for a little while, this is one that I'm going to keep coming back to. Doesn't it? The designs for the heads of the aliens look quite cool. Yes. There's probably... It does look a bit like the Destiny Stargate, yeah. I think the reason why they did it, and I accept I could be wrong on this one, is that from an animation point of view, like the movements and things like that, it's a lot easier to have a core base thing that even the player has, and then have everything else scaled off of that. But remember, they do have the non-humanoid life forms. I've encountered quite a few of them. I still haven't encountered Shai Hulud yet. Trust me, when I do, I will be posting on that shit on Twitter. But I have not seen one yet. Got a feeling they're going to be on one of the more sort of deserty fire worlds. So it looks like they are starting to bring in the more weirder alien types. But from a should we say gameplay point of view, the design, I can kind of understand why they've gone with the humanoid shape, because you've got a default thing. You've got, right, here we go, here is the standard humanoid unit, flip, everything else builds off of it. It makes sense. I understand that. I'm not going to begrudge them for that, because I'm also going to subscribe to the same thing they did in Star Trek, and that all the humanoids are all descended from one species. That's my logic, which I thought was brilliant bit of explaining that. Yeah. When I believe that this thing as well, this ghosting machine that with the Corvax facility, I believe this will at some point, this path I'm on, unlock. Yeah, it was called, I believe the episode was called The Chase, and due to some weird archaeological finds and DNA discoveries that were present in pretty much every humanoid species, it was like, wait, there's this gene marker in Romulans. There's exactly the same gene marker in Cardassians, same in Klingons, the same in Bajorans, and like this is too exact. And it basically, if you start like to overlap them, it indicated it was like a map. And the only way you could get them is to get like the bit from the Klingons, the bit from the Romulans, the bit from the humans, the bit from the Bajorans. You'd all mix them together, and it would show a map, or at least a set of coordinates. And by following it, the Cardassians thought it was going to be some advanced technology. The Romulans were like, yeah, we're going to have some of that. The Klingons thought it would be a weapon. But when they got there, it turns out that it was a marker left by the original progenitors, the first humanoids to arise in the possibly in the universe, maybe, if not certainly the Milky Way. And because they realised it's like, crap, there's no one in this universe like us. It's just us. What are we going to do? I got an idea. Why don't we do what those engineers did in Prometheus and seed our DNA into the primordial gunk across every planet, and then eventually they're all going to get together and we can all have a great big jolly family knees up. And basically that was sort of done as a joke, but there is a really legit reason in Star Trek why humanoids all look almost identical. All the different major species all look like humanoids. Now, some people thought that was a bit cheesy, but I personally loved that. It cracked me up. Also, fun fact, the person playing the progenitor that they spoke to is the same person who plays the minion leader in Deep Space Nine. Same person. They even look very similar as well. So if you're a fan of Star Trek and you want to look up some more on it, the episode, I believe, was called The Chase. I may be wrong on that one though. Right, let's go back. I guess I know about that, thank you. Alright, let's dunk some of this. Let's get rid of these actually. Don't need those anymore. And get rid of you. I'm not using those. Trying to only install A modules or above. Got that room. Sweet. Right, through the Stargate. Yeah, this is where I can access space stations, featured bases as well, where you can show off, like the Hello Games tribute base, the Starbound one. You can just about see it from the picture there. These are like the really, these are the ones that the developers have turned around and gone, yeah, that's a pretty sweet base. I need to go to back to beta. That's it. Yes. I wonder if my carrier's still parked outside. Crappy. Yes, there are, per se, like proper Stargates as well, with the symbols around the outside, and I have discovered 2 symbols out of 16 so far. I think each system has its own set of coordinates, I think, but I've not delved into that. I believe it was done as in-universe, it was done seriously, but from what I can tell, the writers did it because so many people were turning and going, oh look, the new Aliens of the Week is basically just a person with a different thing stuck on their forehead. And to be honest, I think they would get a bit fed up with it. It's like the Bajorans were kept with the nose ridges and stuff like that. Like the original Klingons had no forehead ridges, that kind of thing. But some people forget that putting that makeup on every week can really damage your skin if you're not careful. Even if you are the most perfect, tough-skinned person, you keep doing that day after day after day, that will damage your skin. You need to take breaks from that. And I think they were getting a bit peed off with people going, that's also it costs more to do it. I thought it was a brilliant idea. I really did think it was brilliant. It wasn't needed, but it was just like, oh, no, she's moved. Okay. Exactly, yeah. The vast majority of people didn't have a problem with it because the explanation is like, look, it's obvious, it's a human doing it. They've just got a... Oh, hello. We have a problem, traveller. One of our ships had been... Oh. Oh god, my ship got... My freighter got damaged. My frigate. Mission critical damage. Shit. Recall. See, it was guaranteed I should have sent along an escort with him. Well, that didn't go well. Well, I had 2 missions that went really well. So, I suppose having a third one go a bit wibbly, it happens. It happens. Right. Ooh, monkey. There's the not to Death Star for legal reasons. So I need to go to this planet here. And what's this planet called? Yep, I need me some silver. Thank you. Right. What is it? What's it called? It is called Warrow 59P. You know what? Let's just pulse jet there. Here she knows. There might be. I've not seen any. The only damage I've seen so far just tends to be sort of smoke and stuff coming out. I've not seen any visible damage yet. I suspect that would probably cause a lot of rendering lag if that happens. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Oh, hello. Oh, I thought that was my freighter for a second. It's not. It's not mine. It's not mine. Right. Now, what I'm targeting there is a cargo pod. No, this is not the Galactica. Yeah, this is not the first time this has happened. This all happened to me before. The last time I warped out of a thing, and I honestly for a split second thought, "What the? No, it's not my ship. It's not mine because I parked it back by the space station." Right now, if I destroy this, pirates are going to attack. Get a ton of chromatic metal from that. Thank you very much. Oh, this is going to be amusing. Right, where you going? Where you going? Oh, there you are. Okay. You want to play silly buggers? Yes, you do see damage. You just don't see a lot of it. Starfighter. Yes. I'll take that, thank you. And I got a standing increase with the Vicarine. Thank you. Which is pretty good, is that they've just gone, hey, you blew up those pirates. Nice. Oh, actually, I think I may have been to one of these types of planets before. This is a corrosive planet. Oh, great. This is a corrosive planet with... it's got ammonium and sodium, but it's got high sentinel activity. This is probably going to go bad. Now I've got to find somewhere close by to park, because if this is corrosive, it's going to burn through my suit's protection. Of course, if there's a landing platform, that'd be fantastic. Welcome to Planet Sucksphere. Yep. Oh, there's a landing platform. Marvelous. Environmental warning, 56.5 toxicity. Ugh. Not pleasant. Right, get these save. Always pick that up. Have you seen them? Hello, what's that over there? Alright then. Those plants look like something else. Yeah, I'm not touching those. Those planets look like those plants look like something from a certain... And just press the button for... You know what? I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Thank you very much. Right, okay. Now this is going to track the sentinels, so this is going to be fun. Oh God, I'm probably going to die at some point as well, so don't worry. Get in as quick as possible. Now I might be able to pull this off by hiding here. It sometimes confuses the sentinels. There's 5 levels of wantedness. Think like in Grand Theft Auto. So you've got 1 is just what the hell you're doing. 2 all the way up to, yeah, send in the big guns. Right, now obviously the alert's still going off. But obviously I've just broken in, so it's not happy. Chromatic. Oh, okay, I need some chromatic metal. Please. Shifts out of range. Poo. Yeah, don't mind me, lads. Don't mind me. I'm going to pick up some chromatic metal from the White Star because I need it to repair the thingy. That'll do. Let's just transfer that to... I keep forgetting I've got loads more space in my exosuit now. Yeah, I am not touching those plants. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just here to fix the alarm, alright? Alright, okay. I'll have some of that, some nanites. And generally the rule seems to be the more dangerous the planet, the more the rewards are. Right, I'll repair that. Sodium. There we go, that's that repaired. Alright. Terminal houses and upgrade module. All the Corvex left this world many days ago. Apparently recalled on a priority transmission to their species flotilla. Something has them worried. Ugh. Probe factory logs. Thank you. This place seems to be more than just a factory. It was home to the Corvax who lived within its walls. It appears that they were experimenting with autonomy from their collective. Oh god, they're the Borg! They're a version of the Borg. Marvellous. I now have the Borg operating my freighter. Marvellous. Let's check out the video feeds. One of the internal sensors have recorded movement from the facility. It shows me footage of events it might feat. There's something in here with me. Oh, shine a light at it. Shine a light. The small hairy creature, shaken and afraid. Ah. Animal appears to have lived here for quite some time. There's a nest in the corner, vestiges of food upon a small dish, even a few clumsy toys. The animal seems to have been a companion to the Corvex. Oh, it's going to die no matter what happens. Oh, I didn't realise the game was going to make me do this. It's going to die anyway. Do I put it out of its misery? Or do I at least give it some noms? Oh, Chris would give it some noms. Give it a fighting chance. But, No Man's Sky's countered the anomaly. I've got the carbon script. I'm going to feed it. I am going to feed it. Let's give it a fighting chance. No, see, it takes the carbon and begins to eat. A few minutes later, yes, even Chloe eats too quickly. Oh, she's got 135 nanites. That's nice. Oh dear. Right, Sentinel. Oh, if I had an Atlas Pass version 2, I could get into this door. Okay, so I've got to go and speak to Apollo. I'm not going to go back out there whilst the Sentinels are looking for me. Danny. The alert going down. Okay. I don't know why, but that seems to be a trick that seems to work. I can't access here again. Right. Yep, that's been harvested. Restore my shields. Excellent. What's over here? This is... No, I can't do anything with that. Right. Let's go, because that alarm's getting on my ding-dong. Oh, what's the name of the planet in Aliens where they find it? Is it LV-246? I've just thought of the perfect name for this planet. It's LV-426, right. I know what this planet's been called. .426. Thank you. Gotta get it right. I mean, look at that. Seriously, look at it. It's an old planet, complex root structure. No, that's the. No, I need the. There we go. It was called the egg. That. I've got to do it. Would it be called a facehugger egg? Or just a xenomorph egg? What would be the proper term for it? Because look at it. There's nothing else I can call it. But look at that thing. It's a plant. It says it's a plant. But what would I call it? What would I call it? A facehugger egg or a xenomorph egg? I'm leaning towards. I haven't missed anything in the last 5 minutes. Apart from there was a little alien creature we found in the starbase, and we had the choice of either giving it some food or euthanizing it because it was going to die anyway. Apart from that, no, you've not missed anything. And now just trying to decide what to call this. The planet, I have named it LV426, but I'm trying to decide, do I call this egg thing, do I call it a xenomorph egg or a facehugger egg? Because there's nothing else I can rename it as. It is... leaning towards xenomorph egg. Then what's correct? I'm going to call it xenomorph. There you go. So now if anyone lands on this planet and they see that, they are going to crap themselves. Great. I'm going to take a screenshot as well, just for my own lols. There we go. There you go, do it properly. Yeah. And come on, what else could I call it? LV426. So yeah, in the beta system we have, I've got 2 more planets to scan, but yeah, it's looking like, I mean, that's a terrasphere. So I've got a corrosive planet, a terrasphere, a calcified planet, a paradise planet, and whatever those 2 are. Now that I'm looking at it, this is the perfect system for me to work with. But of course, I'm going to have to rename these other planets. But I won't do that just yet. I've got to map those 2 first. Now, what I do need to do is just bask in the sunrise and take off. Procedural generation is amazing, is when you get stuff like that. Like I saw a vid that someone did of, they were mining a rock. They're like mine a rock, and then halfway through mining the rock, literally got up, sprouted legs, and scuttled away. I wish I was kidding. It literally just went like. Did you get any useful data? Unfortunately, no. No matter, we have what we need. Alright. Of course, yeah, because you were basically just tracking what the Sentinels were doing. Okay, so energy streams spark beneath the planet's surface, moving from monolith to monolith. Oh, great. So they've got teleporters. Oh, this is jolly. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures. They are all linked. I know it. Ooh. Sentinel energy signals. That sounds good. Alright. Okay. Wait for that to update. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the anomaly, which is the not Death Star, for legal reasons. Oh, I love it when that warps in. Right, let me just check something before I land. Guide. Oops, sorry, log. So that's the next bit of leap in the dark, but it's worth me doing that because it sort of progresses this story as well, and then I'm just going to keep doing that. That's it. I'm going to not progress the, well, it's try not to, although I might do it accidentally, progress the storyline off stream. That's when I'll be doing the grindy stuff, the scouting and everything else as well, working on the base, that kind of. Oh, that was close. I mean, eventually I want to get a living ship as well. I love this place. Ooh, that's a nice. Oh, that's a nice look. Look at the engine on that. That's basically an engine with wings, and it's like a drag racer. bloop. Little ship. It's got eyes. You got over there, starting player. There's nothing wrong with the starting ship you get. Personally, I just love the look of the White Star. I saw that, it's like, oh my god, I've got the credits. I've got to get this ship. And it's a B class as well, and it cost me like something like 1.4 million credits, I think it was. Quite low. But Knowledge Traveller is a polar entity known to you. Yeah, we've spoken a couple of times. Traveller entity is not known to another. There's no Artemis entity. Yeah, there's got to be some time travel shenanigans going on with this, because it, or excuse me, do you mind? We're having a chat. What else does your home fail to see? What I do now? Photo friends kept us safe. Nada's carapace has been Nada's only for many years outside this cycle of data. Yeah, there's a little bit of almost existential stuff going on with this as well. Like reality and little stuff like. There's been a couple of bits when I've been reading it and like gone cross-eyed. Those who hunt cannot see it. Yeah, so this anomaly is like outside of normal space. Right, so basically it's saying keep doing things. Alright. Okay, let's speak to Polo. Alright. Ask about sentinels. I believe black holes are a way of getting to other galaxies. Believe, but I've not tried that just yet. I'm not gonna go through a black hole until the game tells me to, because no man, like I'll get there, I'll be crushed because I don't have the right shields or something. Apollo allies himself with the Viking. Enjoys the Sentinels, but it will not work. They will always come beyond us to change. Everywhere our home has been, the hunters will follow. Yeah, okay. Right, so I've got to go back to that planet, I think. It's great just standing up here saying, there's my ship. There's a few of the others. Nice little bays there. Got the Nexus thing. And I'm going to just take a shortcut. There we go. I'm not the only person that does that. So, the amount of times I've seen people going, like jumping from like there up onto that bridge. Oops. There's my ship. There she is. And come on, look at that design. Beautiful. Right. And take off, please. Oh, I've got press and hold. Launch. Yep. There we go. Now I think I need to scan. Generic scan. Aha! I've discovered the ley lines. Where are they? What planet are they on? Interesting. Oh, great. It's the planet with the ancient bones in the Terrasphere. Marvellous. Of course it is. It wouldn't be on the Paradise world now, would it? No, no, no. It's going to be on the one that is basically a hell planet. I just want to know what that ancient bones means. Actually, you know what? Before I land, I'm going to quickly have a look on the wiki to see what ancient bones mean. Just so I know what I'm letting myself in for. I don't consider this cheating, it's just me accessing the galactic database. Right. Ancient bones, No Man's Sky. Sky. Bones. Okay. Ancient bones. Ancient bones is a container found at natural burial sites. Interesting. Yeah. A random excavated bones. Oh. Does this mean I find dinosaur bones? Oh. Okay. this actually could be a good thing. It looks like this is basically a computer define ancient bones. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. It looks like that this is a planet that used to be inhabited by dinosaur-like creatures, and I don't know if it's gone all over the place, but somewhere on this planet is from an RP point of view, it also makes sense why it's a terrasphere, because the entire planet's been basically foobarred, wiping out everything that was on the world. Right. Oh, this is going to be amusing. That is a terrasphere I'm not looking forward to. Great. Yeah, fantastic. Right, it's got cactus flesh, which is a good sign, which means it's probably not going to be too bad. Copper, which is handy. Pyrite and silver. Silver's good for freighter stuff. I've discovered that. You know what? This is going to be my new home system, so I can come visit here whenever I want. Right, in theory. Okay. Planet Inkiri. I mean, if I find a sandworm on this planet, I'm calling this Arrakis. Right, I don't want to go too fast. Let's just land as close as possible, but not on top of it, because I don't want to squash it. External temperature minus 60, I think that says. Minus 60 Celsius. A bit on the cold side. A bit nippy. Oh, hello. Interesting. Alright. On the random to old. Some gateway which I'll find Artemis. In the shifting structure of this monolith, I can feel something else, a story, a vision. It has already burned itself into my eyes. Well, I came all the way here, so I might as well. Traveller. Arrival. Traveller awoke beneath the shadow of a red star. It does not sound good. Through the lonely cosmos they fled, yearning for purpose and meaning. They found an anomaly, aberration, door to the heavens. No Gek, no Vicrene, no Korvax could see it. Only the Traveller, which is kind of me, I think, could perceive the portal. They did not know how to step. This is telling the story of me. They did not know the secret language to gifts. They did not yet grasp the price of the final truth. There's got to be some kind of time loop stuff in this. Or something, you know. Ooh. Witness glyphs. Filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveller, I see glyphs in my mind. Part of the code I need to activate the portal. Stargate again. As I depart, I spot a sentinel drone in the distance. It moves away quickly. That's unusual. Escape or destroy. Leave the areas. Moons. Fasten order! Alright. Let's see if I can scan for the... Right. Yeah. If that's what it reads. Pass. Raw. What's that third word? I can't quite make it out. I'm not familiar with that glyph. Right. Follow the portal ley lines. Right, how do I do that? Okay. Oh, I see. I just got to do it on the planet itself, right? I think. Or maybe not. No, it's off-world. Ooh. I think I may have picked the right system as a potential one. Alright. It looks like it's all in the same system. Yeah, where the traveller comes. I'm calling it. I think that this traveller they're referring to is me, my character. Hello. Ooh, trade. Yes. What you got for me, dude? Okay, I don't really know much from Vicrene yet, so let's see what they got. Oh, yes, I didn't have a Vicrene dagger. Thank you. I will take that. Fungal mold. I need some of that, so let's go for. Let's take your entire stack of fungal mold. You know what? I'm going to take your other Vicrene dagger as well, and because for lulz, I'm going to buy your effigies. It'll cost me a fair amount of cash, but it'll be worth it. I've got anything I can sell to them. You know what? Let's sell you. Let's keep that planetary chart. That was a reference to one of the. Yes, I figured that just after I said it as well. It was like, no way, that's a. Yeah, random trading, which is nice. Okay, so that planet is Edog, so I'll go there. Ooh. Oh, Shazbut. Oh, I just got some. Wrong planet. Wrong planet. I went to the wrong one. There we go. Oh, there it is. I was looking at the wrong icon. Derp. There we go. Play with something, get free gold. Yeah. Sometimes it's silver, sometimes it's platinum. Sometimes you get like what can be described as coordinates, and you can find some really funky stuff, which is what I've done in the past. Let's pump. There's my pulse engine. Let's recharge that. Thank you very much. This planet here, Atford 5, so Atford 6. This is what I'm going to. This is going to be my new home world. When you plan my new base world, I need to find a spot really close to a lake, and it has a energy source nearby. Although that's optional because I can just litter the place with solar panels. Ooh. What kind of sentinel activity? I think it's minimal. Let's find out. Discoveries. Irregular patrols. So, pretty low, really. It's not like absent, so it's just like I may bump into them occasionally. You know, if I do anything I'm not supposed to, like breaking into their facilities, they might get a bit peed off. But I think every planet has got sentinels of some type. There's 3 tiers to. It's pretty much like they won't do anything unless they actually literally catch you. There's the ones who will be really sort of on the alert, and there's other ones if you even just happen to get within range, they'll attack you just because they don't like you. Luckily enough, this planet is not one of those. It's just an irregular patrol. So you can see I discovered this planet 4 days ago, and it's the unruly conflict. That's more to do with like pirates and things like that. But you know what? I can deal with those. Pirates are nothing to me. Yeah, it's a Vicrene system. I mean, I would have preferred it to have been the Korvax, but you know what? Kind of everything. And it's a decent or medium supply system. So you know what? As a building location, not too bad. Plus, I've got loads to discover. Look at that LB426. Oh, that's just. Seriously, those planets. No, those planets. Yeah. Again, I'm going to double check just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure irregular patrols. This guy's irregular patrol, just to make sure it is what I think it is. I think it's along the lower levels. Here we go, Sentinels. Computer, give me information on Sentinels. Yeah, there's 3 levels of Sentinel activity. There's low, high, and aggressive. Although there's lots of different variable names, just to give it a bit more variety, they all come under one of those 3 categories. Lucky enough, irregular patrols is in the low Sentinel activity range. Then you've got, say, high and aggressive. Aggressive is basically, you know, that if you get within scanning range, they will automatically attack you. So yeah, as far as I can go, this is pretty good system, actually. Originally I was going to name the systems in order, like Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, but then when I landed on here, and I'm like, wait, this is actually pretty decent. This could be a potential homeworld, and now I've explored it a little bit more. So yeah, it's actually a pretty decent place. Look at that, the occasional shooting star. I need to get over there. Basically, yeah, whatever's just sunny. Because perfect description. Yep, that is basically it. And it's like every planet has sentinels. It's part of like the lore, I suppose you could call it. Right. That's a very handy word. Oops, I'm stuck. There's another one around here somewhere, I think. No, oh, there it is. I see you. There you go. This. I remember there's like a quadrillion number of like systems as well. It's crazy, right? How can I get over there? Is there any? No, I'm gonna have to fly. Right. And perfecto. And in case there's anything. Right, so it's probably going to be the same thing as well, so right. Where's my ship? Where did I park her? Where did I park it? Come on, where did I park the White Star? I need to know where it is, because if the Sentinels come after me again, I need to get to my ship like toot sweet. Fuck it, it's down there somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's right below me. Yes. Because this is a Vicrine system, I don't know much of the language yet. Approach the structure. I feel the same burning sensation in my eyes. There's nothing to read. Yet I'm more aware of these words than anything I've ever known. Yeah, all this storyline stuff like that, this wasn't in the game when I first played it. But I am so glad they've added this, because it gives you a way to progress through the story. You don't have to do it. But it's recommended you do to obviously, you know, get you the bits and pieces, but you're not forced to. It's just there if you want a guidance. Toot sweets as opposed to wolf sweets. Dogs love them. This is why I like doing the stream and stuff, because every so often, you know, somebody will say a comment and things like that in chat, and it's like, yeah, oh bloody hell. That is how many planets there are in the game. I recognise that number. Right, I don't know what it says. Right, so 1,000, million, billion, trillion. Right, I think this goes, and I may get the terminology wrong. 18 quadrillion, 446 quintillion, 744 trillion. 173,709,551,616 planets. That's quite a few planets. That's not including moons and everything else as well. Yeah, that's literally how many there are in the game. 18 continual. All of these are yours except Europa. I'm gonna call one of my worlds Europa. Attempt no land in there. I have got got to call one of my planets in my system Europa. Got to be done. Glyph here, right. I've got to find the final glyphs here. Right, first things first, I need to top up my life supports, because there you go, thank you. Nice, got the daggers. See if I... You. Some trillium. Let's move that to the starship, because that's basically starship fuel. Oh, where's the park? Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's literally right down there. Right, let's now find the last... It was 10 past 8 already. Day's gone quick. Right. Oh, there's trade things as well you can do. Yep, I just saw that all doing the synth wave. What do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm confused. Do you mean the music? Because that's what I think of when I hear synth wave, is music. Just to make sure I'm thinking of the same thing. Oh yes! Right, sorry, because I'm so in No Man's Sky mode. Yes, Tio. That's actually not too bad. With the bringer of Mars, bringer of war, sort of thing. It's not perfect. It's bugged, but in terms of playing it, I'm enjoying it. Gave the old Valley Forge a good test flight with a new upgrade. Mars Bringer of War is just like, yeah, that's good. It's the same as the MIDI version, but the proper epic version would be... Yeah, you can't go wrong with a bit of Gustav Holst. Planet. For anyone who's wondering what it's talking about, is there's a thing called a bit of classical music called the Planet Suite. Honestly, it's a bench is that. I must have already scanned it. Yeah. I must have scanned it accidentally, because I do not remember that. Eldritch Horror. Okay, that's what it's going to be called now, the Eldritch Horror. That'd be under 4 now, wouldn't it? Yeah. Assuming I haven't already. Okay. I'm going to call it the King Eldritch Horror, because I'm not allowed to put F in, unfortunately. Eldritch. How do you spell Eldritch? I-D-C-H? Yeah. King Eldritch Horror. There we go. So anybody who lands on this planet will see that and will be like, King Eldritch Horror makes its home. It's Amigo. Oh, it's too late. I've named it now. Yeah, that would have been perfect calling it Amigo. Sneaking, opportunistic. They steal from the kills of larger predators, nipping in and out and making away with whatever they can. Huh. Oh, look at the dinosaur. His dinosaur with a cute little donkey head. Oh my god, that is adorable. That is adorable. It is. It's a derp goat. Yeah. All the flora and animals and stuff like that, they're all procedurally generated, so they fit within a certain frame. It's a derp goat. So it's like they fit within like a certain outline and frame, but within that they have lots of variations. Like you can see with the aliens, like all the Gek are all the sort of stocky little ones, but each one so far looks different, or at least any differences are subtle. Same with the Korvax and everything else as well. I'm a big fan of procedural generation. Really am. Yeah, in fact, the more I've convinced myself this is going to be my home world. I just need to find a good location. Again, I will do that off stream. I'll just like cruise around the planet, picking up these knowledge stones, investigating anything that's interesting, and then what I'll do is I'll just go to a place, lay that. Oh, I've got to bring a beacon with me though. I have to bring a beacon with me so I can save it, otherwise I'll launch up and then I'll never find it again. At least until I build a base there. Alright. Okay, give me the third part. Where you gone, pal? Are you on the same world or are you on another planet? I think you're still going to be on this planet, aren't you? Wait, I didn't even speak to the thing. I was distracted by the derp coat. Okay, I'm calling it a derp coat now. I'm sorry, it's got to be done. Greater derp coat. There we go. I got distracted by the stones there, man. Oh, look at him, little derp goats. Right then, here it is. I got distracted by the cute animals. Yeah, I know, that sounds rude if I try and say that out loud. The final glyphs. Give me the glyphs! Traveller, a purpose. The Atlas told the Traveller they were the first of their kind. That a multitude would follow. Each would be endowed with the same noble soul, each able to travel, basically the other players, planet to planet in eternal solitude. Oh, that sucks. First Traveller rejected the gift from the Atlas. This was not what they were hoped for. What was the purpose of infinity if you could not see it all? You alone, if you would one day die. Wow, we are getting deep. First Traveller cursed the Atlas and claimed that they would find a way to survive, no matter the cost. All of these worlds. I almost said it again. All of time itself would be for the Travellers to witness, except Europa. They have no land in there. Right. Locate and activate a portal. Oh, this is going to be good. Right. So I found all 3 glyph sets. The fact I can name practically anything on this world is amazing. Alright. I mean, just in general as well. And also, look at the temperature, 24. So where's the base temperature on this planet anyway? Yeah. Weather, beautiful, irregular patrols, abundant floor. I need to think of a name now. Now I'm here, 100%. I need to think of a proper name that is going to reflect this world. Now I've already used Caladan, so I can't use that again. Well, I could call it Caladan 2, but that'd be stupid. I need to think of what's a good planet. What? Riser. It's a paradise world. I'm going to call it Riser. I'm trying to name everything I discover after things in sci-fi in real life, as it were. There we go. Riser. So we have... Oh, this is going to be brilliant. We've got LV-426, we have Riser, and I've got 4 more planets I need to name. So those... Ugh. I've got a feeling that's the planet I'm going to... If I'm going to find... worms. If I'm going to find worms on any planets in these systems, I reckon it's going to be there. So I'm going to have a proper explore around there, see if I can find, what sort of worlds they spawn on and things like that. I mean, I've heard they're not really mega common, but there's enough people playing this, so I've seen enough pictures to know what they look like and the worm sign and everything else as well. That's a calcified planet, so that's basically a dead world. That probably is, well, I'll come up with a name for it, and I've got to visit those two to, log their data to make them like officially like I'm the first person here. I claim them. Also, the first traveller, I should say. Obviously, there are people who live there. Okay. There we go. Where is it? It is. Oop, there we are. It's the source, right? So this could be where the portal is, right? If this is near where the portal is, I'm gonna have to mark this. It's a waypoint. See if that works. So I want to try and build my base at really close. Hello. It's a trading outpost. It's gotta be. It looks like a trading outpost. See, I mean how everything looks. Oh, what's that? That's a B-class fighter. Okay, this is pretty cool. Excuse me. You appear to have parked your ship in mine. Granted, it does make it look cool, but that was very rude. But yes, ships do seem to have some kind of phase technology in this. I mean, yeah, that actually does look pretty cool. But I'm gonna take off. I've got enough fuel. Give them yeah, it's like well, one of us is going to have to move. Okay, fine. I'm exploring. I'm looking for some ley lines in the portal. Okay, you can have it. Right, that's going to take me 20 minutes, so I'm going to do a bit of atmospheric skimming. Yep, too close. Look up a little bit. Oh, I love that sound. I really do. It's like something's powering up. It's still. There we go, and ooh, I was almost overshot. Woo! That's what I need to do. I need to lock on. There we go. There we are. This is the source of the ley lines. It actually doesn't look like a bad location. There's a nice bit of building area. There's a lake, possibly an ocean. Let's just do this. Let's. Okay, that's a lake, not an ocean. I need access to an ocean for that. Although, having said that, there's an ocean right there. This sort of area could be a good spot to build my base. And that does not look menacing at all. I think what I'm going to do is once I land, I'm going to try and if I can say, oh look, shadow. I'm going to see if I can ooh. Yeah, that looks cool as hell. I'm going to little, very quick reconnaissance around here. Copper, star bramble, knowledge stones. Yeah, yes, it's the usual suspects. Yeah. Right, first things first. I'm gonna I'm not going to put right there because it's been a while since I played Destiny. I think, yeah, I can kind of see what it is. I don't think it was ripped off from Destiny. I think it's kind of that they both borrowed from the same sort of tropes and ideas. So that's probably why you get that overlap between it. But yeah, I can see the logic. It does have that kind of vibe to it. It's the slit up the middle one. Let's see if this works. How do I? Now, if I'm correct, this, if I take off, should then, yeah, because this says it'd be a brilliant. If this is like a trans-dimensional portal type thing, this is going to be a brilliant location to build my base because I've got the water. I was not expecting that. Just have a little poke around here first. Projectile ammo, yeah, that sounds good. Sounds very good. Some sodium, handy. Try dialing Earth. That's a DHD. Oh my god, it is. It's a DHD. Traveller anomaly confirmed. Breach. I approach the portal, think of every passing thought and either wish that led me to this moment. Within this gateway I might find Artemis. It's glowing like a freaking Stargate. This is not fate. I am making a choice. A leap of faith. Input the glyphs. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's different enough that you can't turn around and say that's a Stargate, and from a legal perspective, but you can obviously tell where they got their ideas from. And to be fair, a dimensional portal, circular, with things around it. Again, it's another common trope. It's just that Stargate made it famous. Not complaining because I freaking love this kind of stuff. Especially when it does that. And it has the swoosh. Sorry, I just got a bit excited then. Okay, no. Yeah, get swoosh. Here we go. I have no idea what's about to happen. Oh boy. I think we're about to, oh, you might be, oh, you might be right. If I go as this little grey alien dude or dudette, calling himself Supreme Commander 4, I will lose my shit. What's this? Oh boy.
Warning. Hostile system.
Manab Major. How? I can hear an alarm going off. "16, 16, 16. There we go. Wait, the anomalous signal. That was. Oh dear. This is the Atlas entity I encountered before. I think this is the game's version of God. Hi. So you said about meeting the ancients? Yeah, you're kind of right. The ancient. Oh, whoopsie, thank you very much. I'll take that. God is a Sith. Yeah, Zog. Oh, what was the thing from Tron? Master Control Program, the MCP. Hello? Oh, great, fine. Look, you can't get on my lap right now. Yes, I know you're being all cute. Oh, I said meeting God, and suddenly the cat turns up. Thanks, I now can't see the screen because of your butt. Thank you. I know, you've been affectionate all day. Thank you, I know. Atlas, Artab-Grasa Convergence. Text blinks before me. The elder god Mayo Mayo. You no. Fine, get on my lap then. Ugh, fine. I know, just stop grumbling. You can't sort of sit half on the keyboard and half on my lap at the same time. Okay, not even you are that flexible. She was legitimately trying to sit like on the desk keyboard and my lap at the same time. I know, you're sulking now, I know. I've got to be polite when, you know, standing before God. Hello. Hello, world. The first computer program. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. I know you're not happy. You were once travellers. Oh, excuse me. We once aspired to be more than dirt and dust. Audio click, times passes. Show me your world, Atlas. Show me something no one has ever seen before. That sounds like a quote from somewhere. Perform diagnostic or wipes. Oh, this doesn't sound good. If I wipe the system, that's going to lose everything. But if I perform a diagnostic, that could awaken Satan, basically. You know what? The allure of knowledge, even if it costs me my corporeal form. Too great. It has been 19,462,189,212,021 years since last diagnostic. So it's been a while then. 64% of worlds operating within expected parameters. Nice. 2,611,384 actual subroutine sentinel. Oh dear. This is something to do with the sentinels. Subroutine glass status operational. Alright. Well, this is basically its antivirus software just going, yeah, there's been a few attempts at somebody trying to hack into my system, mate. Subroutine traveller status operational. I'm the traveller. Examine structural integrity compromised. Immediate repairs required. That doesn't sound good. Initiate personality interface. Yes or no? You know what you said about, meeting the ancients and going back to Stargate? You know when Jack basically stuck his head in the thing and it downloaded an entire archive into his brain, and it basically melted his brain because his synapses couldn't contain all that information? I got a feeling that's what this is going to be like. Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. Traveller. Reality fades. Everything does. Ah, crap. All of it speaks to me. The Atlas stands before me in all its might. I want to ask about Artemis. I want to find them, but something is happening to me. I need to get out of here. I need to scream, rejoice, or submit. Okay. Ugh. Why do I get the feeling that this is going to affect the gameplay later? It just has that sort of... Okay, I'm going to Google this as well because I want to make sure that I make not so much the right choice, but I want to make sure I make an informed choice on this one. Thank you, Cat, for your help. And Sky. Team. Rejoice. There you go, leap in the dark. Probably won't have any effect, but okay. Cat, thanks. You're in the wrong place. Thank you, sweetheart. You're thinking rejoice? Okay, yeah, I'm leaning towards rejoice myself because I couldn't really see anything on there. I didn't want to spend ages looking on Google to try and find it. I imagine scream is like going to be painful. Submit, it feels like it's like, go on, take over. Yeah, the others do seem a bit extreme. What do you think? Scream, rejoice, or someone's looking at this camera again. Scream, rejoice. You don't care, do you? Right, okay, fine. We'll go for rejoice. Embrace tranquility. I try to rejoice, but I have no body, no spirit. Well, shit. Going back through the wormhole again. Yeah, I think we've just literally met the game's god. Or prime deity, whatever you want to call them. Master control program. And it seems you might be, well, if not, then certainly one of the prophets. Well, not prophets. What they call them? Disciple. Is that what I'm looking for? There's definitely some. Oh, thank God for that! I got a sword point. Emissary. Yes, brilliant word. Thank you. This is not the planet I left. This is not the same system.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Yeah, I like Emissary because it's got DS9.
Radiation protection.
Oh, there's my ship. Oh, thank fudge for that. Yeah, this is definitely not the same place I land because there's no port. It's like, yeah, we're far from Kansas, Toto. What? least I brought my ship with me, which is good. Maybe could have parked a bit closer. Oh, I also found out that the base size, the maximum you can make is 1,000 units, which is, to give you an idea, is from where I am to where my ship is, and that again. Oh, hello, what's that?
Units received.
Okay, that's ferrite and uranium. Handy. And obviously, I think there is a limit to how many objects you can have on your base. But in terms of size, yeah, you can be up to 1,000 units, which is pretty damn big. It's centered around your base computer, so that like is the central location, and then it won't be like perfectly perfectly centered, but it'll be close enough. I've been so happy to see you. Here's my
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
oh hell! What the hell? There's a meteor shower. This could be very good. Oh, okay. Meteor shower. Yeah, fun. Where did this portal take me? I was caught in the gravity of that infernal machine, not strong enough to resist. It identified itself as Atlas, the entity. Yeah, the entity so many worship and fear. It's basically God. Saw no sign of Artemis. But Artemis is probably in some kind of limbo then. Why did I follow this path? To rescue Artemis? I mean, if it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't have survived the first few days. Is that true? Or was it just a lie I tell myself? I never thought a noble person I have. Oh great, now I'm starting to question my own reality. Thanks. Artemis was in need of assistance, but did I really risk my life just for them? Because I can. Yeah. There's an inbound transmission. Interesting. You are not alone. Wait. Yes. That's... Okay, so... Let's go to this distress signal. Okay, that is pretty cool, the meteor shower. Cannot fault that. Nope. Atmospheric interference. Here we go. Okay, I'm good. Right, what are you doing? No. Let's go. Let's continue doing this for the moment. I will go to speak to Nard at some point. If someone goes to the anomaly. That's some gold. Nice. And then what I probably will do is go back up to the anomaly or something. Maybe find a starbase in this system. So I can use the anomaly to get back to wherever I am. But I need to know where I am first of all. Like, literally, where in the universe am I? I could have done John Crichton and been literally the other side of the known multiverse. I don't know. Yeah. What happens when you reboot God? Catapult to another location. Yeah. What sort of world is this? This is a shattered planet. Attentive sentinels, misplaced flora, and unusual fauna. Marvellous. Yeah. I've basically parked right on. Oh, I've just found Artemis's grave. Wait. How can Artemis have a grave if... Yeah, shot through a wormhole. How can Artemis have a grave if I've been talking to them? Alright, shit's got weird. A hologram appears. It is Artemis, but there's only silence. The slow pulse of cosmic noise in the signal. You're right, dude. Physically. Wait, what if. What if. Physically he's dead, but mentally he's somewhere else? Like spiritually, whatever you want to call it. Like he's trapped in the. I'm going to say the Matrix, or whatever you want to call it. So he. Oh. Oh, we have gone metaphysical now. You right, dude? Ascended? Or maybe he's partially ascended, I don't know. Like, definitely, there's definitely been a separation of at some point between their body and their mind. Maybe their body materialized, but their brain, their soul, their intellect is still in the network. Ooh. It is strange, but I feel a sense of deja vu, as if I've been here before, right at this very moment. Where are you? So it looks like they can hear me, but I can't hear them. Oh, there we go. Okay. They came. Watch closely. Machines, murderers against the... Voice falls silent. The projection looks at me. Something is very wrong. Yeah. No, I'm talking to a... Scan hologram. Bears the exact same signature as every transmission I've received from Artemis. There's no ulterior source for the signal. Everything they have said appears to have come from right in front of me. I've been talking with someone who's been discorporated or is no longer on this mortal plane. Either concept is quite unnerving. I stand here, Artemis begins to speak. We're cold them, but still beloved. Anomaly, which is me. A Nada, Polo. Ooh, the people on the anomaly. Tracking. Mistake, abandoned, but it wasn't. Through the portal. Please don't trust. Ooh. You're afraid. I don't know what comfort I can give to someone who is technically, biologically dead. I'm going to do my best. Now, as I said, I'm not going to play this playthrough as an a-hole. I'm going to play it as a decent, truth-telling person. The projection fizzles away to be ecstatic. This echoes all that is left of the entity known as Artemis, a grave of glitched data trapped in a sunless reality. Well, that's depressing. My friend is dead. Perhaps they were never alive. I don't think he's dead. I think he's just mentally trapped somewhere, but physically he's dead. Contact Apollo at Hollow Terminus. Right. I believe there is a Hollow Terminus nearby. There is. Huzzah. Ooh! Ooh. And nope. Okay, that Hollow Terminus is not too far away. And I am not going to park on top of it again like I did before. But that was amusing. Okay, what's that? I know, you have to wait a few minutes. Yes, I love you too. That is pretty messed up. I mean, that is not a glitch, by the way. That, if you look at the other things, oh, this place is drippy. Cobalt and copper. Ooh. I need copper. I need cobalt. That's nice. Right. Scan this as well. The Rumbus Lowlands. What a great name. Right, let's go sell some more bits and pieces. Always worth poking around in these. And some condensed carbon. Alright. Unidentified mineral. Right, so where is the... Oh, it's going to be right up the top there, isn't it? Of course it is. This is why I like exploring. It's like every planet I've been to so far has had weird and... I mean, that, look at it. Like loads of Rubik's cubes have been shattered and just held in suspended animation. Pretty dope. Still need to find out where I am. Like, literally, where am I in the universe? Am I just like one jump over? Yeah, the last time I went into these, I literally parked right on top of it so well I couldn't talk to the hologram. It was that perfect landing if I'd tried to do that, which I did not. Network compromise. Marvellous. No signal matches for Artemis or Apollo. Terminals a stream of warnings and errors. Well, override it. A new frequency shimmers into being. Data stream. Overridden. Oh, you're a new one. You are not alone. Tell me. What's the point of living if we know that life will finish? Ooh. Sophie. I'm going to go with death does not erase life. Because based on the way this game's going, I reckon, you know, people could upload this. In fact, one of the Corvax even said they could upload their consciousness to other bodies. And now, granted, they're machine-based life. But if they can do it, logically others can as well. But I'm going to go with death does not erase life. That just feels like the right thing to me. And if I'm pretty honest, it's kind of what I believe myself. But it does. All those moments gone. Ah, so you're a nihilist. Or the name like, no. I know you, traveller. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. It's like a little star. With the things orbiting around it. Tiny little star. What if I told you that Artemis could be saved? I freaking knew it! What if I told you that Artemis could live once more after a fashion? There's two headsets on, yeah. Would you do it then, I wonder? You know what, I think I probably would. As long as he doesn't come back, you know, like the Fly or something, you know, like horribly mutated in eternal pain and can't be killed. Hell no, not having that. Like a fool, you rush in, eager to do whatever you commanded. Not commanded, I'm doing this by my choice because I want to, and remind me of myself. Oh, there you go. Blood of Artemis is data, the heart is glitch. I can help you retrieve them both. I think I'm right. I think somehow Artemis's body has been destroyed, but his mind is in the network between portals and things like that. Maybe he died in transit and it's like, and the system's just gone, we require a mind arc. We called it a receptacle for their soul. Now you've said that, no, don't look at his head. You'll be like, pretty. No. Strange offered me blueprints for something called the Mind Arc, a device they claim will allow me to restore Artemis to life. Hell yeah, I'm getting me buddy Artemis back. Yes, of course I'm going. Of course. A soul engine. Cadmium, right. So I'm going to have to go to a cadmium system and get... Oh. Oh my god. I've just realised something. That person gave me a living pearl earlier when I was on the station. I need it for this quest. They must have given it to me for this quest. To that person, whoever you are, thank you. You have just made my life so much easier. I mean, they've probably got like a farm of them or something, and it's like, here you go, have a living pill. I was going to sell it as well. I'm so glad I didn't. Oh. I've just seen what the time is. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to try and find where I am in the system, and then find somewhere to log out safely. Yes. Here we go. Let's speak to Artemis. Are you, yeah. Let's craft the mind arc. Okay. Right. So I need to install and make a cadmium drive, so I can get to the red star system. I also need to find out where the hell I am. Right. No, you know what? No, I'm not going to risk it. I am not going to risk dying to falling, which I know is my thing. If I'm going to die to anything, it will be to falling off a ledge. Kind of my, my signature move. And this is a weird planet, but it's also strangely beautiful. Like the floating sculptures and crystals and stuff. I have a jetpack, but there is a limit to how much it can do. I mean, from here, for example, fine. But from up there, I didn't want to risk it. Because if it runs out, say, like, there... That. What the hell's that? Oh, crap, it's a sentinel. Right. Sovereign protocol engaged. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking it probably... Whoa. Oh, there's another planet giving birth there. Right, let's summon the anomaly. Let's go to the starbase, because that's probably the better location. Oh no, it was just over the horizon. Right. But I am currently in the Tozont system, but where is that on the galactic map? I am there? Holy crap, I am on the other side of the universe. That's where I am. Right, I think this... No, destination Atlas system. Let's change it to destination galactic core. Okay, so that... Oh. Yeah. I'm nowhere near home. I'm gonna follow this. I don't even know where. Holy crap! It's a Voyager moment. I've been catapulted from one side of the galaxy to the other. Yeah, I need a cadmium drive. I need jump range, cadmium drive, Ethereum drive. Holy fudge! I literally have. Right, let's see if I can find it on this. Let's see. Where's the beta system? Let's see if I can find it. View. Okay, set waypoint. This is going to be interesting. Right. So, following the red path, which is my waypoint. So the blue path, I have to go. This is of course assuming I use the standard transit. I am lost. Well and truly lost. But this is actually not a bad thing because I'm going to head to the station because it's getting late, and I will try and figure out how to get home on Thursday. Because tomorrow, more Farscape. Still, this has got another system I've claimed. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really going to try and figure out how they hit. Oh look, it's another not Death Star. Nice auto land. Potent Station Minor. It was a scrap dealer. Did it freight? That's new. There's a... Oh no, it's not new. No, I have seen this before. No, it is. I have seen this before. Yeah. Not this particular station, but I have seen a scrap dealer before. Get the exosuit upgrade. And that's going to cost me 200,000. Not cheap, but yeah, I needed it. Ooh. I am a long way from home. I think my ship might be a bit... No, that's paint. That's the paint. Yeah, the anomaly, I can call that from, well, anywhere, really, within reason. Right, I'm going to quickly save. Again, just to be on the safe side. That's when we'll call it at night. A little bit over time, but you know what? This has been too good to skip ahead. I'm glad I waited to do this, because otherwise I would have just completed it in the weekend, this storyline. Anything else I say, like we're working towards building the cadmium drive and things like that. Now that I've decided what planet I'm going to be building on and what system, I'm going to map those ones out. That kind of thing. I'll do that over the weekend, probably. But for now, I am going to call it a night. As I say, tomorrow back with the Farscape watch party, which is getting pretty good, even though last week I did freak out with the eyeball. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me, and have a good day, good night, or whatever your time zone is. Bye bye.